Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a concerning report highlights the investigation into foster care children sleeping inside office buildings. Plus, historical honorees and officers in line of duty were added to the Kentucky Law Enforcement Memorial Foundation monument.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Friday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this June 6th. We are approaching that 5 o'clock hour this morning, and it's time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal. Megan, it's been a muggy start yet again on this first alert weather day. What else do we have in store for our Friday?
Well, we're going to see those muggy conditions continuing all day long, starting off with this morning. I mean, we're already looking at warmer temperatures. Here is a look at what you can expect as you're heading out the door. Upper 60s, even seeing 70 degrees right now in Monticello. And we'll see even warmer temperatures this afternoon. You'll notice it's a little bit cooler than what we saw yesterday, mainly the low to mid 80s, a trend that we'll continue to see tomorrow. Now, while it's muggy, it's also foggy out, so be careful if you're heading out on the roadways this morning. It's important that you keep you and your fellow drivers safe on the road. And while we're looking mostly calm, with the exception of Rowan County, in terms of rainfall, we will continue to see rain increasing. In fact, you can see that system just starting to form as you travel more towards the western portions of our region. And if you are heading off to that Polk Salad Festival today in Harlan, here's what you need to know. We're looking at some scattered showers popping up as we're heading into that lunchtime hour. Could see some storms in the early to mid-afternoon, but storm chances will ramp up as we head into the evening. Amelia.
An update to a story we first brought you Wednesday night. An arrest has been made following a road rage incident in Corbin. Ryan Gerber was taken to the Knox County Detention Center yesterday after he reportedly pulled a gun on 20-year-old Tate Mills on Master Street in front of Hometown Bank and Snappy's restaurant. The incident happened Tuesday. Gerber is charged with menacing and wanton endangerment. WYMT is still waiting to obtain Gerber's mugshot. Laurel County deputies arrested a Corbin woman after reports of gunfire along Highway 1223. Officials say 42-year-old Rebecca Warren was found walking alongside the road near a parking lot where she had reportedly fired a handgun several times. Police say her actions put people at risk, and she's now charged with wanton endangerment and illegally firing a weapon across a public roadway. Warren was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. Police are investigating a shooting in Palaski County. Sheriff's deputies were called to a report of a gunshot victim in Science Hill Wednesday evening and found a man with an apparent gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital. Officials have not released the extent of his injuries. They believe this was an isolated event and that there's no threat to the public. Communities in southern Kentucky are still banding together after the deadly tornado changed lives. Madison Carmouche talked to two London sisters who are turning their pain into a way to help their community for years to come.
I don't think anything or anybody could have stopped us.
Michelle Baker and her sister Chastity Whited say the night of May 16th was one they will never forget because their sister Samantha's London home was destroyed by the tornado.
We were here probably in 5 minutes. It was just surreal, something that you really feel like it's a movie scene.
While the two tell me they were relieved to find their sister was okay, they were devastated to learn their cousin, Lisa Fortney, was among those killed during the tornado.
So all that just kind of played in my head, and I really thought, you know, I want to do something. Like, I want to be able to do something to kind of help with what's going on now. But we don't know when this is going to happen again.
This is when Baker decided to create their nonprofit, London Kentucky Strong. The organization will be a hub for all things storm relief now and in the future, including an ongoing storm fund.
A lot of times when you're trying to raise money for a certain event, you are knocking on doors, you know, and that's not been the case.
On July 12th, the nonprofit will host a candlelight vigil in honor of the victims of the tornado, but the pair says this is only the beginning for London Kentucky Strong.
So every year, like these people that lost their lives, like I want people to remember those, and they will always be honored at every event that we do from here on out.
Baker says next year, London Kentucky Strong will honor the victims with their 5K on May 17th. In London, Madison Carmouche, WKYT.
The inaugural London, Kentucky Strong Candlelight Vigil will be at 7 o'clock on July 12th at the London Farmers Market. Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear shared the death toll from last month's severe weather in Kentucky has risen. The governor says a man from McCracken County is now among the victims. That brings the total number of lives lost to 20. 17 of those were in Laurel County alone. People affected by last month's tornado in southern Kentucky now can have help replacing lost documents. Congressman Hal Rogers announced that recovery centers in Laurel and Palaski counties, including the Laurel County Public Library and the Center for Rural Development, will assist people trying to replace their Social Security cards. You can also visit the Social Security Administration website to submit a request online. In January, we told you about an investigation into reports of foster care children sleeping in office buildings. That report coming back to State Auditor Allison Ball was concerning. 49 children spent a combined 198 days in a Department of Community-Based Service office building. Now, social services offices are asking for your help to make a change.
Kentucky's in a placement crisis right now, which essentially means that we have more kids than we do foster families for them.
How a kid would feel, you know, if you're sleeping in a DCBS office or a hotel. I mean, as a kid, you're thinking, oh, that means no one in the state of Kentucky wants me.
Officials say you can make a difference for children by becoming a foster parent. The certification process can take several weeks to complete, so if you are interested in starting that process now, we do have more information on the WYMT News app. Governor Andy Beshear announced the state's gas tax will drop 1.4 cents per gallon. The governor made this announcement yesterday afternoon during his Team Kentucky update. The change will take effect on July 1st. He says this means during the last 2 years, the state has decreased the gas tax by 12%. During that time, the tax decreased from 30.1 cents to 26.4 cents.
I know every penny counts and that these savings can really add up. Whether you're driving to school, to work, headed to church, or headed out on a family trip, at least here in Kentucky, your gas is going to cost a little bit less starting July 1st.
Governor Beshear says Team Kentucky will continue to search for even more ways to decrease the cost of living for Kentucky families. 8 historical honorees and 2 officers that died in the line of duty last year were added to the Kentucky Law Enforcement Memorial Foundation Monument. Barberville PD Night Chief James Ballard Smith was named a historical honoree. He died in the line of duty in 1967. Berea Police Officer Michael Smith is following in his grandfather's footsteps as he started his career in Barberville.
Very honored. Live on his legacy.
There are currently 599 fallen officers' names on the monument. Among the speakers at this year's ceremony was Pikeville Police Department Officer Scotty Hamilton's widow. Scotty was shot and killed in the line of duty March 13, 2018. His widow, Chelsea Hamilton, reflected on her late husband's legacy and his short time with their daughter, Briley, who was just 9 months old when he died.
I still watch the videos of him making her giggle uncontrollably, of him gently drying her after bath time, and of holding her as they both drifted asleep.
She says these videos and her daughter's spirit help keep his presence alive. Well, thank you for joining us at